Now today, I'm going to read The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch. Now, you may not know this in the UK, but Robert Munsch, he's a pretty big guy. He's like Margaret Atwood, ask your mom, level of famous in Canada. He was in an episode of Friends, the one where Joey reads Rachel's baby, the story. Robert Munsch, just saying, famous Canadians. Here we go. The Paper Bag Princess. This is honestly one of the best books you'll ever love. And you will love it. It's for Elizabeth. I'm assuming that the illustrator, Michael Marchenko, also a very good artist, not so famous, but he's still really quite good, didn't think that Elizabeth would look like that. Just saying. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle, as you would expect a princess to live, and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Just a heads up, don't trust anyone named Ronald. If your name's Ronald, I'm really sorry, but I don't trust you. Man and bus stop. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle. Burned all of her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. There is a half-naked princess. Didn't anticipate that. Haven't read it in 1978. Haven't read it in a while. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he had left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. Sorry to all the horses out there, but I think the dragon's eating you up. Eat. Just saying. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. A little aggressive, just saying. The dragon stuck his nose out the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I'm very busy, dragon. Come back tomorrow." Very dismissive, a little judgy, a little rude. He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. How big does your nose have to be caught in a door? Michelle, I know I have dry lips. Please don't judge me. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck its nose out and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." Again, not very polite. "Wait," shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you're the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. Rather egotistical, I would just say. There's lots of dragons in the world. No one's better than anyone else except for me. I'm better than most people. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" Sounds like he needs mouthwash, just saying. "Oh yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, I'm good with maths. I'm a teacher, that's what I do. Well, I used to be a teacher. I don't have a job anymore because, frankly, there's a pandemic or something. I don't know for sure. Just saying. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. And I'm not going to do the fingers thing because it failed the last time. Don't judge me. You ain't Judy. You ain't my mom. You can't judge me. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. The dragon didn't have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Awfully specific, but no fire in that belly. Just saying, no fire in that belly. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. I can do that with my fingers, see? Because 10's easier than 100. It's a skill I learned because I'm a teacher. I'm pretty good at the maths. No, I'm not very good at maths. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" Demanding, just saying. So the dragon jumped up. Oh, sorry, you gotta show the picture. For someone in a paper bag, she sure is, demanding. So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. That's 20 for all you counters out there. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Frankly, I can't walk down the block without having a nap. I'm quite lazy. Just something you should know about me. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. He dead. No, he's not dead. I'm just joking. He's not dead yet. She lifted the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. Okay, now look at the picture. These little things are supposed to be the dragon's ears. Could you put your head inside a dragon's ear? Just saying. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. Don't trust Ronald. Man and bus stop, man and bus stop. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes. Your hair is all tangled and you're wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you're dressed like a real princess." Seriously, my entire life from 15 to 19, just saying. I went through some dark times in the 90s. Dark times. "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty, and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." I'd like to say I've not been complimented on that, but I have been complimented on that before, I'm just saying. They didn't get married after all. Because really, why would you marry Ronald? Just saying. Hope you enjoyed the book. Have a good Sunday. Just saying. Homeless man is at bus stops. Don't talk to them. Don't make eye contact. Don't do anything. They're always named Ronald. I'm just assuming that. I don't really actually know because I've never actually spoken to one. Ronald. Bye.